How's it, golf fans? Reid Fowler here for our last major of the season, the 148th Open Championship at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland. The last four qualifiers from last week's Scottish Open and John Deere Classic are in, and all 156 players will contend for the coveted Claret Jug this week. Royal Portrush will play as a par 71, who measure a little over 7,300 yards, and will play host to the Open for only the second time in the major's long history, with the first and only being held in 1951. Ireland, and Royal Portrush specifically, is the only country on course to host the Open outside of England and Scotland, which is a very high honor but gives us not a lot of course history to rely on this week. We feel we'll have all the top golfers in the world, with only Kevin Na and Charles Howell III as some top notables withdrawing from this year's final major. Tiger will obviously be in the field after a long family vacation in Thailand, and Brooks Koepka will be looking to take down yet another major, adding to his illustrious track record at majors over the last couple of seasons. Since 2014, the top five players in strokes gained total at the Open are Rory, Spieth, Stenson, Sergio, and Phil, but Brooks has two top 10s in his last three appearances. Guys like Adam Scott, Matt Kuchar, and Gary Woodland all have successful track records on coastal courses, along with Webb Simpson, who is top 5 in average DK points, per our friends over at Fanshare. Portrush will be a little different than most links or Open Championship layouts we've seen in the past. Although this course hosted the 2012 Irish Open, they've since modified 4 to 5 holes and are incorporating 2 from the neighboring Valley course and nixing both the 17th and 18th from that 2012 layout. It'll have the fewest bunkers of any Open Championship, but will still feature both thick rough composed of grass, heather, and briar, as well as massive undulations and tough collection areas around the greens. As always, the course's defense and the recurring theme from all the player interviews is playing the wind. The conditions can change not only in Northern Ireland on a moment's notice, but bringing the coastal location of Portrush, and it can change hour to hour. A couple of key stats I'll be looking at this week are guys who can get up and down around the greens, and golfers who can get it close from 125 to 150 yards out, having to score or save par when they need to if they hit it in the junk off the tee. If we see the wind pick up come Wednesday, I'll take a look at guys who've done well in those similar conditions, but a cheap option I like this week is Webb Simpson at 7,600. Not someone who we think would be a good fit on links courses, but ranks out really well in DK scoring. Top 35 in ball striking, top 25 in proximity from 125 to 150 yards out, and second in strokes gained par 4 over the last 24 rounds.